I thought I'd take this opportunity to update you on our travel plans. We have a 5-month trip planned from May till October 1st, and I'll talk about that later in the video. But right now, the next trip we have planned is an Amtrak train trip. And we will be leaving on Amtrak's coach Starlight out of Los Angeles and going to Seattle. This will be the first week in April. We have not been to Seattle since 1998 when we came back from Alaska, so we're excited to see all of the changes in that area. And if you live in the area and there's things you think we should see, drop a comment down below and let us know. We're bringing you content from different things that we see while we're on the train and different things that we see in Seattle. And our May 1st trip is one that we've planned a year in advance because some of the places we are going are really hard to get into. In our home-based RV park, we are considered rollovers because there's a county ordinance about transient RV people and how long you can stay monthly in a spot. So when we are there from May to October 1st, we are considered sunbirds. And when we transition to snowbirds, October 1st through May 1st, then we move to a new space. And we don't really get a say in where they put us when we're on that status. And we've been in some tight squeezes in spaces before when you have a 37-foot trailer with 4 slides. And so we are transitioning to snowbird so that we can have a say in where we are. We can reserve up a year in advance, which we've already done for October 1st. And so this trip coming up is going to be one where we're at a lot of different RV parks. Some will be at for longer periods of time. And so I wanted to give you an update on that, but first we'll have our Amtrak trip, and then we'll come back and we'll kind of move our Rubbermaid storage things into our storage compartment in nearby, and we will get ready to leave on May 1st for our first stay. I'm going to turn the camera around now so you can watch the squirrels. Let me know if one of them sneaks up on me while I tell you about the rest of our trip. In May, we will be heading to a coastal area in California, and we'll be there a month. My husband still works full-time, but he only has to go into the office during the school year, generally 1 day a week, and he does the rest of his work remotely, and so that allows us to travel. And during the summer he doesn't work at all, and he has some remote teaching that he does online, and so he can do that anywhere. And so that's why we're hanging in the Orange County area until the end of May. And we've stayed at the RV park that we're going to be at in May before, so we probably won't do a review, but we'll do a lot of videos of things we do in the area. And then we're going to move to Flagstaff, Arizona. We'll stay a night en route either in Needles, California, or maybe Kingman or Williams. And this is a new park for us. We'll be there for a while, and then in July we will move to another park, and that's another new park. So we'll do some reviews on those parks. And then middle of July we leave to go to Albuquerque. And while we're in Albuquerque, we have some family there, but we will stay before we get to Albuquerque in Gallup at a new RV park that we haven't stayed at before. And then in Albuquerque we'll be at 2 different RV parks, but one of them we've stayed at, but we haven't done reviews on either of those. Once we leave Albuquerque, we're headed to Meteor Crater, and there's an RV park there off of I-40 in Arizona. And then that'll just be one night on our way to Page, Arizona. And in Page, we have an RV park that we're kind of excited to see. Jim and Kelly from Sweet Travels have stayed at this place and highly recommended it, and so we're curious to check that out, and also to go see the Horseshoe area, which is nearby. Once we leave there, we're going to head over to the Grand Canyon West entrance, the Skywalk. We tried to go there last summer when we were in Laughlin. That was the whole reason we went to Laughlin. But unfortunately, it was 122 degrees in Laughlin. We couldn't find a place to leave our dog for the day while we went over there because the kennels were not taking daily, only overnight. And we didn't want to leave her in the trailer when it was 122 outside in case the power went out. And she doesn't like the hot temperatures. But this place that we're going to stay at is real close to the Grand Canyon Skywalk, and it's a little higher elevation, and so since we won't have to drive so far, we should be able to leave her there. I don't know if they have day kennels at some of the parks they do, but I don't know since this one is a privately owned area if they will or not. And once we leave that area, we will be headed to Phoenix, and we have family there, and so we'll be staying there for a while. And then we're going to head to Tucson, and we're going to stay at one of our favorite places there. And I know it's going to be a hot summer in some of these places, but in Tucson, our RV park has covered spaces, and so that should help a lot with the heat. And we'll do a review of that one because that will be one we have not reviewed before. Once we leave Tucson, we will be going to Yuma, Arizona. That'll just be an overnight, and it'll be hot, but it's a nice place, got nice pull-throughs. We haven't been there before, but we've talked to other people who have, and so we'll do a review on that one. And then we head to San Diego, and one of our favorite RV parks in San Diego. We have been trying for 2 summers in a row to get into that one, and we're really fortunate that we got a space in there, and so that'll be a new one that you haven't seen a review on. And then we're going to head up the coast. We'll be at Ventura Beach, and there's the State Fair, or actually Ventura County Fair, excuse me. And we didn't know it was there, and that explains why the rates were so high and why we had to commit to an extra night. But there aren't a lot of RV parks there. We didn't want to take a risk on trying to get into one of the state beaches there, the Rincon Beach, because we have a 37-foot trailer with 4 slide outs, and it's a little tight to get in there. And then we're headed up to Morro Bay. We have been trying for several summers to get into the RV park that's in Morro Bay, and we're so happy we got at least 2 nights, so we'll be there, and we can do a review on that one as well. And then we head back down the coast, and we will be staying at Pechanga RV Park. We have done a short review on that. That's a really nice park, and we really like it. It's hard to get into during the summer too. And then we head to Long Beach to an RV park there, and then we head to Orange County and an RV park that we used to live in, and we'll be there for a while. And then on October 1st, we will head back to our current home-based RV spot. We will be there until May 1st, and we'll start planning 2026 when we get closer to the time. But some of these places you have to reserve a year in advance, and so that's why we were on this right away last time, so that we could make sure we could get into these places for 2025. But we will still be going to Quartzsite this year, probably between November and the RV show, and so we'll have content again from Quartzsite. But stay tuned and watch. If you're interested in Amtrak, this Coast Starlight is a beautiful run. I've been on that myself many times, and my husband has not been all the way to Seattle on it, and so I am excited for him to be able to go on that trip. And we've got a roomette, so that we're not viewliner roomette, so that we're not sitting in coach, and we hope that everything runs on time and that we don't have a lot of rainy weather in Seattle, so that we can get out and see things. And then we've got a lot of videos that are still in the pipeline to come out. We did some repairs We replaced our toilet for a better toilet. We were having a leak with the Thedford toilet that came with the trailer, and we went back to the Dometic, which we have had in most of our trailers, and when we haven't had one, we've replaced it with that. And we take out our trifold sofa sleeper and we've replaced it with recliners, and we have a video on that because finding one that would fit in that space was quite a challenge. And we've got some other videos about how we fixed the leak in our skylight in the bathroom, and so those are in the pipeline, and some bike trail videos too. So keep watching, and maybe we will see some of you out on the road this summer. I'm in Yorba Regional Park, and I've done some videos on this before. My husband likes to ride the Santa Ana River Trail, which is adjacent, and I like to walk through here because there's a lot of things to see. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of the scenery. And there's a lot of squirrels out today, so it's kind of hard to walk the trail. This guy is a pretty aggressive little squirrel. Couldn't convince him that I don't have any food. And he's got some friends here too. Before I leave this area, let you see the ducks one more time. It's one of my favorite places to walk. I don't like the squirrels because they're very aggressive here, but the ducks mind their own business. I've noticed that there's some baby ducks out there too. It's a nice place because they've got boats that you can rent, little paddle boats, and then there's baseball fields and soccer fields and all of that, and lots of ducks.